All right, we're going to talk about this Lycopodium. And so this is our example Lycophyta here. This structure is called the strobolus, and if we zoom in on that, we come to this, and we've got these structures called sporophyll, which are a little leaf that protects this sporangium. And if we zoom in on that, we're going to see that we've got this structure that produces these myospores, okay? And these myospores are going to leave this, and then this is the mature gametophyte. I didn't write that, so gametophyte. And this, once these spores germinate into this mature gametophyte, we're going to have two different structures forming. Okay, we'll have an archegonium where an egg forms, and you might guess that this is N, as well as the antheridium and the sperm, which are N. And oh, one thing I want to make sure that I make a point to mention is that right here is where meiosis is occurring, okay? And so we've got meiosis happening and the myospores being produced, and then we've got this mature gametophyte in the gametophyte phase, an archegonium with an egg in it, an antheridia with sperm, and these come together. This is the egg here and the sperm. These come together, and their fertilization happens. Fertilization happens, and then we've got a zygote, and this zygote is 2N, and we are 2N until we go to this older embryo, and finally that grows into a full lycopodium, and then this structure is also 2N. The plant here, again, we've got meiosis occurring here, myospores, gametophyte, so this is, the gametophyte is N as well, okay? These are N, because they're post-meiosis. So everything between meiosis and fertilization is N, everything post-fertilization is 2N. But things you're gonna wanna know, you want to know this structure's names, you'll want to know archegonium, antheridium, you'll want to follow ploidy like always, and you'll want to know these terms, sporophyll, sporangium. This is going to be one that I'm going to just tell you right now. This is going to be something that gets tested on. Okay, this is an example of Selaginella, and Selaginella is Heterosporous, okay? What we were talking about before was Homosporous, where there was just the one set of spores, and you'll see what I'm talking about. We'll talk about microsporangia and megasporangia, and it will make sense here in a minute. Okay, so we can start here at a strobolus again, okay, and we zoom in, and it's that similar structure. There's a sporophyll and a sporangium, okay, but we've actually got megasporophylls and microsporophylls. And why we've got that is because they're heterosporous, okay? And so these megaspores will follow this route first. These megaspores are protected by the megasporophyll, and they will, right here, we'll have meiosis occur, okay, and then we'll have this N megaspore, and this from here, okay, this megaspore wall, we have these rhizoids come from it, and this megagametophyte forms. And this megagametophyte, actually right here, kind of within the walls of this spore forms archegonia, okay, multiple archegonia. So like if you remember, there was an archegonium in the lycopod we went over. Same kind of thing. So we've got these rhizoids that form and a archegonia that are in this archegonium here has an egg now. Okay, and so let's pause here. So we've gone from here to here, and now we've sort of zoomed in on some of these archegonia on the cell wall. And we're going to pause and we're going to go back and talk about the microsporophyll and the microsporangium. Okay, so we've got this microsporangium. Again, meiosis is happening right here, and microspores are forming. And if we zoom in on those, we've got this endosporic microsporophyte. Yes, with a sperm inside it. That's going to come open as well. And so here we've got where the sperm reaches this archegonium. And right here, fertilization occurs. So I'll just block you for a second. That's just going to be fert, okay? And so we've got this zygote now. And like all zygotes, we're 2N, all right? And then what we have is this embryo forming out of this megagametophyte. And the archegonium are partially coming from this cell wall of this megagametophyte. And we've got an embryo with a little sprout, and that'll finally grow into a 2N mature sporophyte. So things to take away from this one. You're going to want to be able to differentiate the heterosporous process versus homospory. Homospory is the last video about lycopods, and heterospory is this Selaginella. And the difference is this mega and microsporangium, and this process by which we have spores and sperm coming through the microsporangium, and we have archegonia and eggs coming through this megasporangium and this megagametophyte that eventually turns into the sporophyte plant. Okay, this is a bryophyte, and we're going to go over its life cycle briefly. Okay, so we're going to start, where's my red pen? We're going to start here where we've got a mature gametophyte with a sporophyte coming out of the top of it. And if we zoom in on this sporophyte, okay, we've got this mature sporophyte, and it's actually going to be releasing these myospores, okay? And it's actually here where we put meiosis. And so then we've got these myospores, which are in. So this sporophyte is 2N. And these germinate into male and female mature gametophytes, okay? And the males form antheridium, and the females the archegonium. And so the antheridium forms sperm, and like in other things, this archegonium has an egg inside it, and so the sperm and the egg come together. This is where fertilization occurs. So then again, we've got this zygote that's 2N, and we've got an embryo that forms, and then this, so we go here, and then this embryo again is this, that's this sporophyte generation. Things you're going to want to keep track of here is ploidy, obviously, when meiosis and fertilization occur. You're also going to want to pay attention that there's this male and female gametophyte that then there's then these archegonium and the antheridium produce a sperm and an egg that form a zygote, have an embryo, and that's this sporophyte. Okay, so that's it.